Hey guys, I'm sorry it's been a really long time since my last upload. I've recently switched classes and also I got out of the habit of filming and uploading and all of that, and once I lose habits I just completely forget them until I have to force myself to do it. And so yeah, so it's just been a mixture versus funky brain. Today we are going to do something fun. As you may have known for like the past month or two, a TV show called Our Flag Means Death has been out for a little while now. And of course everyone's fucking loving it. It's amazing. It's wonderful. Now, one of my favorite things in the TV show from between Ed and Steed is when they are sharing their morning tea.
Oh, that's perfect. You got it just right.
I know. A dollop of milk and 7 sugars.
It wouldn't be the same with 6.
Ed likes his tea extremely sweet and with a dollop of milk. Now, usually we use dollop in terms of things like whipped cream or something more solid. Looking at the other definitions of dollop in the dictionary, it also defines dollop as an excess. And so with the with the viscosity of milk as how it is, I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that when Ed or Steed says dollop of milk, it means a lot of milk. There's a guess of that. What's really interesting about that is having fresh milk on board is extremely hard for pirates, especially any seafaring folk actually. So having fresh milk on board means that they've either recently stocked up or that they have a cow in there. Now I doubt that they actually do, though it would be really funny to see if they did. Also shows that the excess that Steed is willing to have on his ship, because milk goes bad fast. So how much is he buying? Does like what's going on here, you know? So to have an excess of milk in a thing of tea, like a cup of tea, along with, what, 7 sugars? It really shows that Ed really enjoys like fine things, because having a sweet tooth, especially since sugar trade was still a more expensive item to have. So 7 teaspoons of sugar in a cup of tea along with a dollop of milk is an excess item. And like how we see throughout the series, Ed starting to enjoy these finer things. Ed enjoys a fine cup of tea. Now, I was just like, I wonder what that tastes like. It's a cup of tea. It's nothing more simple. But I did some quick research into like what kind of tea British socialites were drinking at the time. While Steed isn't exactly from England, as he was born in one of the Caribbean islands under like imperial rule, he wouldn't necessarily have the direct influence of trends coming out of England for socialites, but he would have all of that money, especially being where his money came from. So through all of that, I kind of decided the most accessible item for me to grab would have been orange pekoe tea. Orange pekoe tea kind of is a type of tea rather than a flavor. It's a little bit confusing sometimes, but there is a difference between orange pekoe tea from China and there's a different one from Ceylon. Now, I could not get my hands on Ceylon as it's not really sold in my area / country, and I'm not about to use Amazon to be overcharged $20 for a box of tea for 20 sachets in it that I'm only going to be using once. So I got my next possible thing, and I'm using the Red Rose tea brand. For this, I have 7 teaspoons of more organic sugar. Something that's been less processed than white sugar, but does have a lot of the brown molasses taken out of it, such as brown sugar. Brown sugar would have been a cheaper option, but with just guesstimating between Steed and Edward and what they would have liked on board, with the amount of money that they had, I'm guessing it would have been more of this like golden organic option. I unfortunately do not like dairy. it does not like me, so I'm using oat milk. I don't like almond milk. Almond milk would have been used more in period. In a period practice, it's used a lot in medieval recipes. Oat milk made its rounds in the 90s, and it's been around ever since. I just personally prefer oat milk in this case, so we're going to go with that. After all of that little bit of explanation, I have the tea here. It's already been steeped and brewed, and I'm going to take the tea bag out and figure out somewhere to put it. My mug is extremely bigger than what they would have had. I do not have any kind of bone china or anything that's kind of popular. I really want a set, but it's more popular in the Victorian era into the early Edwardian. So even then it's still about 200 years out of date, but I did get the smallest mug I could find that didn't have a design or anything funny on it. I'm trying to be professional, I say, as I'm wearing just a sweater and a t-shirt. But yeah, let's give it a try. It is sweet. I don't have a huge sweet tooth, but I don't mind this. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I would not drink this every day. I would not drink this every day for breakfast. But as a nice treat, this is really good. Like, I just don't have that sweet tooth. I don't even put sugar in my coffee. I just put a little bit of milk in it to like smooth it out. But like sugar, no. I do put some sugar in my tea, but at most it's 2, but definitely not 7. But this is good. So yeah, that kind of concludes today's video. I'm sorry it's very short. It's just, I thought it would be a lot longer, especially with my explanations, but then again, I did do the research like a month ago and I'm just going off of what I've memorized, essentially. I would have dressed up with this video, but I just didn't know what to wear. I don't have any pirate clothes. I have not made any pirate clothes. I've just been really busy trucking along for important things that are due at the end of this month and in June. So yeah, it was either stuff that was 200 years old, or 200 years too early, or 700 years too early. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna wear what I'm already wearing from today. So yeah. That being said, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a good day. I'll see you next time. Bye!